guys, very warm welcome to the channel of GURSEEMA Kaur, and yes, very warm welcome to GURSEEMA's GUP-SHUP. I always say that in the opening of my episode, you always wonder, you must be wondering that who is the guest, who's the new face. That you're gonna have a GUP-SHUP, you're gonna enjoy the tidbits. Yes, very adorable soul, a young soul, hamper of lots of qualities in her. And here is Miss Jaanvi from the company Sajaawat. She's an entrepreneur. Very warm welcome, Jaanvi.
Thank you so much. Thank you for an amazing introduction.
Oh yes, you deserve this introduction, madam. So Jaanvi, there is one segment in the GUP-SHUP that is Rubaru. Let the audience get acquainted to you. So first of all, let's have this very segment as a Rubaru.
So,
Please.
Hi everyone. My name is Jaanvi Kaur and मैं अपना एक business run करती हूँ. It's called Sajaawat and it's about event style. So I'm an event stylist and it's about styling your events from your birthdays, anniversaries, weddings.
So it means I can say that you add more flavors to the events, whether it's the birthdays, whether the anniversaries or anything, you add to the flavors.
Exactly, and even if you want like return favors, so I make hampers and bouquets that as well.
Okay.
So it's a one shop, one stop destination.
Right. One shop, one stop. Nice.
So yeah. And so I started this during the lockdown 2020. I was so bored after my the online masters. And
So you have completed with the studies?
Yeah.
What have you done in your studies?
I did my masters in public policy and I did my bachelor's in social sciences.
Social sciences and masters in public policies, earlier the graduation in social sciences, nothing connected to the the decoration, the stuff that you're into.
Exactly.
Sajaawat, you can understand the word itself conveys a lot. So how come then in the lockdown you thought, lockdown ने तो बड़ा फायदा दिया लोगों को, it means many entrepreneurs emerged during this lockdown.
Exactly. So मैंने शौक था शुरू तो सीखा like from day one I used to help my friends and families with their birthdays and
So you were already having that taste.
Exactly. I anyway had that creative side. So I always loved doing that, but I did like studying as well. So I wanted to, go for UPSC.
Okay.
So that's why I went for, social sciences.
Social sciences, I do understand.
Then I moved to Bombay and I did my public policy, I did my masters in public policy.
So you had your post-graduation is from Bombay,
Yeah.
Mumbai. And Saint Xavier.
Yeah.
Very nice college.
And then we were there for a year and then the lockdown happened and then all of us came back and it was an online thing. As it was fine, it was boring, we weren't enjoying it so much because
Yes, of course.
you can't compare the two. But and as like कि कुछ तो करने का मन कर रहा है.
कुछ तो करना है because lockdown always sitting in between the four walls and totally idle, you always feel like to do something
Exactly.
better.
After one point of time, you don't even want to scroll your phone. You
Yes, exactly. It's after one point of time you don't feel like looking at your phones also. You say because it's what else you will pursue on it.
So I was out with my dad and I was like कि पापा कुछ काम करने का मन कर रहा है and then he's like क्या फायदा है मतलब why चले ना चले मैंने कहा might as well try चले तब देखेंगे but might as well try and if it doesn't have anywhere.
And I would like to add, interrupting, sorry, but I would like to add her work in the Amritsar town is actually appreciated. Sajaawat is now on screen and every event ki yes kuch karna hai to call the Sajaawat. Sajaawat is itself adding a very beautiful designs and very different aura, pleasing all the hearts in Amritsar town. So please continue.
So yeah, and then he's like कि चलो ठीक है, and then I made my page on Instagram. I brainstormed the name and I always wanted a Hindi. So Sajaawat is an Urdu name. I didn't go for a Hindi or a Punjabi name. I wanted the Urdu.
But Sajaawat is something, it's very, very common name.
Exactly.
All the people can easily connect to it.
Exactly.
Yes, Sajaawat itself, your brand name itself, reveals everything.
Exactly. So, yeah, I always wanted a simple and I didn't want a fancy name. So I was like, yay, theek hai, Sajaawat seemed good. Then I made an Instagram handle and
Okay.
everything. And uske baad, since my dad is into catering, I got my first order through him.
Okay, so your dad was the first person who gave you that platform.
Exactly. So
Right.
yeah, I got my first order through him. It was a bangle ceremony function.
Okay.
And I did a basic backdrop back then. And yeah, so I hired a few vendors. I told them about my idea and they understood it. They did it very well and it was appreciated.
And now you must be having the team of your own, you know,
Yeah.
so that whatever is required, you intimate to your team members. You must be having the chain of people to work for this.
Exactly. So, and slowly and steadily, I made a lot of contacts, I made a lot of people, the balloon guy, the flower guy, the florist,
Right.
the person who'll print, the person who'll help me make cutouts, event photographers, everyone. So, slowly and
So
steadily.
slowly and gradually that team was formed and company was there.
Exactly.
The company took the complete form with the brand name of Sajaawat in the Amritsar town by such a adorable young soul. That's really nice.
So it took me a lot of hard work. There were days when I used to come back home at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Oh my God,
And
really?
then I used to go back at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. So yeah, it has been a great journey and I never, complained about it. I always enjoyed it.
You always loved working whole night, like up till 3 in the morning, at the midnight, after crossing the midnight also again at 3 in the morning, and then again going back up to 6. So you could have managed to take 2 hours nap. Not more than this, because 1 hour again is required to get ready and come back to your work.
Exactly. So yeah.
So it was indeed a hectic schedule that you followed.
Yes. But there were days when I came back home early. There were days when I had to go back early in the morning. So yeah, every day is a different schedule and
So every day it was a different schedule and it displayed your journey and you enjoyed literally every day and every segment of this journey.
Exactly. And then it was, I think.
Because I'm interrupting you something, but one thing, because it is GUP-SHUP, so spontaneous, nothing is planned, my audience knows this thing. But you never felt that if this thing would have been, moved to Bombay, Mumbai or Delhi, like such metropolitans, you would have scored much, much more as far as the currency is concerned. You could have piled more of the notes. Because yes, the exposure is more. Why you chose to be here in Amritsar town only?
Honestly, it was never about the money. I just.
So it was all about your heart, your thought process.
Exactly. I was never in it for the money. I just wanted to do something because I always liked doing it. So my cousins and I, we used to plan each other's surprises, and we always had this plan कि life में कुछ नहीं हुआ ना तो ये काम करेंगे because
Okay.
all of us are very good at it.
Okay.
And honestly, while I started Sajaawat, I was applying for jobs because I had a plan of going back to Bombay because I was in love with that city.
Okay.
I honestly am
because
even now.
Mumbai की या Bombay की छोरी अमृतसर में कैसे adjust होगी? That is the question. Though she was purely Amritsari person before going to Mumbai, but Mumbai is something once you're into Bombay, aura, you would not like to come back.
Come back.
The B town is always eye-catching thing for all the youngsters like her.
So Bombay has a good scope of the field I was into.
Yes, exactly.
And I was preparing for UPSC side by side. So
Right.
I was into 3 things. Sajaawat was there. It was there since for only some time. The only time I was going to be in Amritsar. And then I was preparing for UPSC. I did give 2 to 3 attempts. And then I was applying for jobs. I wanted to go somewhere and I was like, if not this, ABC,
Then it
I
will be
have
just 3 options in your hand.
So ABC. And then UPSC में पढ़ने का मतलब once Sajaawat started,
You would not have been able to do
I
the
did
justice
not
to
get
this very theme of UPSC because
Yeah.
UPSC requires a good number of stretched hours, with your books, pile of books, heap of books,
I love reading books honestly, and it was never a रिस्ट्रिक्शन या किसी ने मेरे को ऐसे डंडा रख के नहीं रखा होता कि पढ़ो पढ़ो. I did it myself, but you know I wasn't able to devote the time I should. तो वो बन ही नहीं रही थी बात. And I was like UPSC मन नहीं कर रहा, छोड़ दो.
So you excluded this option of UPSC.
हाँ.
What was the first thought that you know that actually made you attract towards this very term of UPSC? Because getting into bureaucrats, being a bureaucrat is, yes, totally a different line as compared to what the Sajaawat, your company, is doing.
Exactly. So I was at this seminar. And
I hope that all your family members are into business.
Yeah.
They're into business.
Yeah.
So a business class girl, you know, getting into the UPSC sort of the stream. So it's totally different.
It was different, and I chose it. I think I was at the seminar back in grade 8th or 9th. Yeah.
Okay.
It is way back, and we were attending the seminar where like
Your schooling is from Amritsar?
yeah, from Springdale.
Springdales.
And,
Okay. And then after plus 1, plus 2?
I did my plus 1 and plus 2 from Springdale itself, and
Okay.
then I went to Guru Nanak Dev University. I did my bachelor's there.
So till bachelor you were in the
Yeah.
Amritsar town.
And
Okay.
I always wanted to move out, in fact, and yeah, that's another issue. Anyways, so
Okay.
I was telling you about the seminar, and there were a few, you know, aspirants, not aspirants, in fact, they were officers.
Okay.
Recently recruited officers, and
Right.
they were from our school itself. And you know, that session was so inspiring. I was like, यार बहुत सही है, ये करना है. And then I spoke to Dad, and then he was very proud. My parents were very proud. They're like, हाँ हमारी बच्ची officer बनेगी, लाल बत्ती ये वो ये वो.
So it's always eye-catching stuff, you know.
Yeah.
To become a bureaucrat, to get into the field of bureaucrats, it's always very, very eye-catching stuff and very proud. You know, a feeling of the pride automatically comes into the, you know, stream of the, you can say, parents, your mom, your dad, and the entire family is, you know, looking up high. Yes, now she'll be going on this very field.
And then I started working towards that particular line only. I chose
Okay.
humanities. I chose those subjects
Which you felt that it could be better in this very field of pursuing.
I did my research, and then I chose this. So it was a very thoughtful decision, you know. Doing my taking humanities, taking political science, geography, blah blah blah. These very subjects, and then I moved to bachelor's and social sciences. ये subjects थे, and then
So you particularly, because as you said the graduation was also in the social sciences, so it means you were focused to go for UPSC, so that's why the streams were opted particularly to that field.
Exactly.
Okay.
So and then I was supposed to go to Delhi for a 1-year training.
Right.
So I was like, Papa, I don't want to go there because I just don't want to. You know, I'll rather self-study and have another degree during that time. So I did my research, and then I came across this course called Masters in Public Policy at St. Xavier's, and I was like, college bhi acha hai, Bombay bhi hai.
Bombay bhi hai.
And plus,
Exposure is good.
and the course was also very good. You know, the structure, the syllabus, everything was great. And I was like, this is it. You know, rather than sitting in a room
Closed room
full of, you know, hundreds of people, जहाँ पे एक professor mic पे बोल रहा है और तुम उससे कुछ पूछ भी नहीं सकते. I was like, नहीं, not this. I would rather go for a master's degree and, you know, have a holistic approach towards UPSC. And
right.
I took my books. I was studying and doing two things
side by side.
And it was great because my course was very much related to the field I was going in for.
Okay.
सब कुछ सही था. And then COVID हो गया.
And COVID, you know, has changed the many aspects of life. I feel
Exactly.
every sector has been affected. Even the thought process of every person has been affected.
And I was supposed to give my first attempt in 2020.
Okay.
So the lockdown happened, and you know, it was postponed, and the exam happened on October 4. I was pretty much prepared, and I took the exam and नहीं हुआ clear. I was like, कोई बात नहीं, फिर अगली बार दे देंगे, बड़े attempt पड़े अभी. So
okay.
But I had already started Sajaawat in September 2020. मतलब but कैसे मतलब that was a.
So you felt besides sitting here, you know, just focusing on UPSC, side by side you felt to get into all the creative stuff.
Exactly.
Because staying at home whole day with your books actually make you, and especially the lockdown period was like this, kid was very much frustrated environment around.
Exactly.
Frustration was at the peak, I feel, in every sector.
Yes, and yeah, then what? Yeah. So उसके बाद I was like कि ठीक है सजावट तो शुरू हो गया था, but I did not take a lot of orders back then. A lot of people did not know about it.
Exactly.
Also.
And you were also not that very much passionate regarding Sajaawat also.
It was just there, you know. And then I was doing my master's side by side. I was supposed to graduate in May.
So there were like three things: masters, UPSC, as well as Sajaawat.
So Sajaawat was there, and I did my. I was supposed to complete my masters in May 2021.
Okay.
And October में I took my exam, वो नहीं हुआ clear, and then I was like ठीक है अभी फिलहाल masters खत्म करो, and then उसके बाद.
Then again you can come with the another attempt, you know.
So I wasn't really disheartened because I was never one of those people जो failure से डरता था. I was like it's okay, you have another chance, you can go for that.
You can go for it.
So उसके बाद I completed my masters, and by that time my Sajaawat business has started doing well.
Okay.
And yeah, and then I was like, and then I never got time to study for second attempt. And it was doing pretty well, and honestly, it was never about the money. I was just enjoying it.
You were enjoying. So leaving all the things aside, you just focused and chose the path of your passion.
Yes, and there were times when I logged into my online classes and my teacher used to scream that where are you Jaanvi, your business is doing well and you don't pay attention.
Oh God.
And she knew, our teacher used to follow us on Instagram, and she was very much updated with everything going
with everything, whatever the Jaanvi is doing.
So, and yeah, so she's like, your business is doing well and you aren't paying attention to the class.
To the class.
You should. I was like, yeah, ma'am. So, बीच में there were times I logged in, I never listened because I was at work. Phone से logged in होता था, but I was busy.
You were somewhere else. So this is how the studies normally happen during the lockdown time.
So eventually when I graduated, Sajaawat had already started doing pretty well and everything turned out to be good. And उसके बाद जब काम आना मतलब I was doing one event for a week, and then there were times when I was doing 2 to 3 events per day.
For a day?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And it was crazy hectic, but it was fun.
But it was fun. You literally enjoyed, being totally wrapped with so much of work, and you could not even, get a sigh of relief, but still you enjoyed it.
I was enjoying it. And, when I lied down at the end of the day on my bed, I was like, maza aaya.
Maza aaya, that's the feeling. I feel, the life is more about the contentment. It's not that you become an IAS officer just for other person, just for that,
fame.
Designations and the fame. But this is something once your passion is, or can I say that you were not aware earlier what exactly your passion is?
I was very much aware, but I was like, nahi, rather go for UPSC, I always weighed my pros and cons. So I was like, यहाँ पे pros ज़्यादा है, यहाँ पे कम है.
Okay.
Rather go for that. But when I grew up, I realized that UPSC has a lot of, being a bureaucrat has a lot of mess with it.
Lot of mess, exactly. Especially for girls.
And I was like, nahi yaar.
It's not that you can't do it, it's that you can, but
I chose not to do it, and I did give my second attempt, to be honest, and it wasn't a serious attempt. I was like, and the exam was very easy. Had I studied, I would have cleared it.
Okay.
But, उसके बाद I was like, now
I would not like to go for this.
I don't want to have so many options. I have this option. It's doing well, and I'm very thankful for it. And I'm going to.
So you focus to go ahead with it,
so
right?
Now,
so Sajaawat is the ultimate. This, queen with all the beautiful colors, in the town of Amritsar. And it's never that you felt that Amritsar being a small town, it is a blessed town, no doubt. But you felt that the people easily won't You don't have such fears that people may not easily, have the positive approach to get you the more of the business, in this very town.
Honestly, a lot of girls right now are into this profession.
Right,
my
because
age.
have you been to Bombay or to Delhi or Chennai or any of the metropolitan town that would have, resulted in, in a different way?
Not really.
Okay.
I think, Amritsar has been way better than it would have been in Bombay or Delhi because of the competition, and I have the contacts here which I don't in Bombay.
Yes.
I know only a
This
few
being your hometown, your dad is here, your family business was here. So yes, you had the goodwill in this town.
Exactly, and my dad's in pretty much in the same, business line. It's very much related. He's into catering, I'm into decor, and then we added another venture.
So it's always, the two ways, it's always giving you more.
So it was always a good decision to be in to be in
Amritsar
for Sajaawat, because see, dad already has his clients. He already has his reputation.
So you got the platform. You always, got that better startup. A jock was there for you.
And I think for other people who are into the same line, it has been a great advantage for me. Had it been, if I hadn't been in contact with my dad, if he didn't have this line, I don't think itna acha kaam jana tha us time to be honest.
To be honest, I agree.
It's his line, it's his, trust in people, people's trust in him.
Exactly.
People, they were like, aapki beti hai, koi baat nahi, hum karayenge. And I got that opportunity, and thank you for everyone who trusted me, because hadn't they trusted me, that side wouldn't have come out.
Any tentative number that you feel till now, how many ventures you have held in Amritsar town?
No, I didn't keep a track.
Endless?
I didn't keep a track.
You didn't keep a track.
It's been almost 2 years, I think.
It's been almost 2 years. So I feel that this young girl in the 2 years created that aura just with the faith in herself, so that she can come up with the beautiful colors. So lucky are the parents who've got such a beautiful soul as the daughter, and she's the reason for every success and beautiful laughter in her life, as well as with all the people who are connected. So I hope that you must have enjoyed, though I shared a very less GUP-SHUP, still more are there to scroll into her, to peep into her life. So that was wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much. Keep watching GURSEEMA's GUP-SHUP with always a new face and now beautiful pictures related to her, and so that you can have a more glimpse of her life and of this beautiful soul, Jaanvi. Jaanvi, thank you so much. Keep watching GURSEEMA's GUP-SHUP. Friday, the guest day. Thank you.